Hey guys, I am going to make a video covering how to prep, use, and store the Graco Nova 390 paint sprayer for those of you that have been asking about it, and also for myself because I haven't used this for 2 years and I completely forgot everything about how to use it. So 2 years from now when I'm using it, I'll be watching this video as well. Okay, so the unit comes stored with oil, with some oil in it, and you have to clean that out before you use it. So I fill up a bucket of water and I use the Dawn dish detergent and I spray it through. I've already done that, so I'm just going to use plain water, but I'm going to show you and myself how to prime the tank and how to use it. So as you can see, there is this little thingamajiggy here. It's the filter, and this is what sucks the water or the paint up into the pump. This is the pressure release or the paint release hose. So if I have this pointed down, this is going to prime the tank and it's going to come right back out through here. Put this into my bucket of water. It's not very long, the hose isn't very long, so you have to bring the bucket to the hose. Okay, so that is in the water, and my, what should I call this? My emptying hose is out of the bucket. My pressure is turned all the way down, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the machine. Now when the pressure knob is turned all the way down, the machine is off. So you have to actually turn it slightly until it will turn on. Use the proper ventilation mask or respirator. Don't ever direct this at yourself or another person because you can actually get puncture wounds because it comes out with such high pressure that it can puncture and then inject whatever it is that you're spraying into your skin. So be aware of where you're pointing this thing. If my gun gets clogged, I can turn this around so that the arrow is pointing backwards, and then it will just spray out and unclog it. And then when I turn it back this direction, it'll turn back to the spray. But I'm going to turn it on again and show you how easy. The reason why I ended up with this gun, sprayer, is because I love that there's only one adjustment. I don't have to adjust, like on an HVLP, you have to adjust the material intake and then the air pressure, and each one affects the other, so it's just this constant battle back and forth between the two. On this, you simply adjust the pressure, and then depending on the nozzle and tip that you're using, it will give you a super fine finish or, you know, a less smooth finish. So it's super easy. Turn it on, adjust the pressure, and then turn this knob facing forward, and it's easy to know which direction this is supposed to go. If it's down, the material is going to come back through this tube into your bucket. If it's pointing forward, it's going to be spraying forward. Okay, let's do it. You have to increase the pressure to pump it through the hose. So just keep adjusting it until it's working the way you need it to. And eventually it'll stop because it's full and I need to spray. So you can see it gives me a really fine mist. It's really windy, so I don't know if you can see, but the fan, when the nozzle is pointed, is in this position, the fan is horizontal. And then you turn it this way and it's vertical. So that's it. Before you use it, I bring out like a big sheet of cardboard and I practice with the paint that I'm using at the time. Again, I'm just using water right now because I don't want to just be spraying paint. But I will bring out a sheet of cardboard, or I'll take a piece of plywood and cover it with craft paper to practice my spray technique to where I know I have the right amount of pressure for the paint that I'm using. And then the number one key to successfully using a paint sprayer is to not put on too much paint at one time. You want very thin coats, just multiple thin coats. If you put it on too thick, it's gonna just drip and run down. So it's hard to make yourself just go over it and you see the holes and you see through where it's not covered and you want to go back over it. You'll be so tempted to just keep going back over it, back and forth until it's covered, and then you'll go back and you have drips because you put on too thick of a coat. If you're doing a vertical surface, if you're doing a horizontal surface, you can do a thicker coat and it doesn't have anywhere to run. So you want to make sure it's level. When you're done painting, you want to take your suction hose portion out of your paint and put it into a bucket of water if you're painting water-based paint. Turn it down to, well actually, I'm going to spray the water through the gun and clean that out. Make sure that you get water through the hose and through the gun, get that all cleaned out. And then when it's coming out clear, you can turn the nozzle down and make sure the pressure is all the way down. It was. And then turn it back on and let it clean out the rest of the paint that's in here until this is running clean. And then you want to wash it again with the Dawn dish detergent, or at least that's how I do it. Okay, one more thing about storage. After you clean it out, then you're going to use the pump armor. I'm going to put this into this bucket and suck this entire thingy, well it's not a bucket, this container, suck this container up into here until the water is flushed out and it's oil coming through there. And it's important to try to stop the machine when the piston is in the closed position. So you have to look through these little holes and this little piston that goes up and down. You want to try to stop it when it's down. So you just have to, you know, go turn this on and off until it's just going to be a game of chance until you get it to stop in the down position. Before you go through that process of trying to capture it in the down position, you want to put some throat seal liquid, TSL, in here. Put it right through these holes and put it onto that piston and let it go up and down a few times and then try to close it in the down position. So you want to put the throat seal liquid into the piston area before you use the machine and before you store the machine. Okay, I think I covered everything.